What's up? What's up? What's up? Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You tune in to Sevlo Tales 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Mall high salute to the riders. Before I start this video, I am no way means promoting gang life or gang culture. I'm just telling a testimony, giving some life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro and a little bit about Savage. So with that being said, let's get to this video. And in this video, it's kind of like a little story time about when I was going back and forth to California, Chula Vista, San Diego area. I had relatives that lived out there. My grandma and grandpa, you know, they were out there. That was their little area, and we used to go out there. Rest in peace to Grams, but we used to go out there to visit summertime. So we went out there quite a bit, back and forth to Denver and, to California. It was a good experience. And when I say this, seeing the ocean for the first time, I was in awe. It was amazing, just them little things. Because when you're out here from Denver, you don't really see big bodies of water. You might see a reservoir and see the other side, but that ocean, bro, it was just like crazy. Um, and it was an amazing adventure out there to see that. San Diego Zoo, huge San Diego, and it's like triple times bigger than the Denver Zoo. Um, and where my grandma lived, she lived right in the heart of Chula Vista, Diego, right off the strip, the downtown area. You know, 1 minute from her house, you'll be downtown. And where she lived, the strip, there was so much to do out there, bro. They had arcades, they had restaurants, they had movie theaters, like 3, 4 movie theaters right there. And it was crazy. They had a 50 cent movie theater when I was going out there. Arcades, a skate park, roller skating ring out there. They had a rec center right there, right the next block over from my grandma. My grandma lived off H Street, and that rec center, a lot of hoopers, and they had in the rec center a game room, and you could play pool, foosball, air hockey, and we were young, bro, but we had ADD when I was growing up around that time. Even my little cousins that were out there with us, and my brother, my baby bro, and my sister, and everywhere we went, we were destructive. So I remember being in that rec center at that game room, and we had it in our mind to tag up the walls. We started throwing the pool balls, and they made a holes in the walls. The rec center kicked us out, so we couldn't go back over there. Um, and it was just cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? This was a time that you didn't have no worries. And the thing about the weather out there, it was so beautiful, daytime and nighttime. You basically could stay out all day. And, we didn't really stay at my grandma's house. We were like all up and down Chula Vista downtown. Um, Went to their movie theaters. We were just roaming the streets out there, and it was cool. Um, but in saying that, my grandma, and I didn't even know this, like the first periods of going out there, that my grandma lived in the heart of a gang neighborhood, fully fledged gang bang neighborhood, and there was 3, 4 hoods that were right there, right? And when I first went out there, it was nothing I recognized. You know what I'm saying? You see tags and everything, but I didn't recognize the hoods. And this was a couple times. It was the first time I ever heard of these hoods. And at this time, you got to understand too, I was already full fledged in what I was doing out here in Denver, and I thought I was untouchable at the time. And I was already programming with the homies, and I was already riding with the homies. You know what I'm saying? At this time, and this time, bro, I made sure fools knew who I was and where we were from, and I didn't really think. A lot of times, bro, in my life, in my younger days, I didn't really think about consequences. Um, I just kept this persona, bro, blue ragged up, everything. Um, and the first time I really experienced the gang banging, like what they were doing out there, and knew it was a gang bang neighborhood, really, was my grandma's house. You started hearing like glass break outside and yowling and stuff, and big old commotion. So us being nosy, we ran out there to the strip, and all of a sudden there was a big old rumble in the middle of downtown Chula Vista in the street. Fools is getting slumped, and I believe actually it was some West Coast 30 fools and some Sureño fools from San Diego banging it out, Chula Vista, and they were fighting in the middle of the street. The cops come, bro, and I was just like, they're turned up. And around that same time too, one day I'm in the park, and there's this OG fool, and I was selling CDs for Paper Route Records, Paper Route Click, the record label that Arapo Truth's record label, and the name of the CD was called Blue Drop and Thug One. And I hit this OG Sureño fool, and he kind of analyzed me because I had a different kind of way I talked, and he's like, "Are you from out here?" And I said, "Nah, homie, this is Denver East Side." He's like, "You fools be banging out there?" I said, "Yeah, homie, we turned up." He's like, "What do you bang out there? What's fools banging?" I said, "There's Crips, Bloods, there's Northside fools." He's like, "For real?" He's like, he asked me where I was from. I let him know, and then he kind of looked at me like, "Hey, be careful around here because really, honestly, this is, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple neighborhoods in this area, and one of the big neighborhoods is the Skyline Paul Roos." And I was like, "What the hell is that?" Because I never heard of it. He's like, they mess with the Bloods, homie." And I was like, and at that time, I'm prideful. I'm like, I don't care about none of that, homie. I was like, it is what it is. He's like, just be careful, youngster, And he was like, he bought a CD and everything for $5. That was one thing out there, bro. They bought CDs a lot, but he tried to give me some knowledge. So, anyways, there's a mall out there, and this mall pretty much is like 11 12 blocks away from my grandma's house. It's like off in the distance, but that neighborhood you have to walk through to get to the mall or catch, at this time you had to catch taxis. That you have to walk through the Skyline's hood, the Skyline Paru's hood. And off in the distance, that's where the mall is. So we bail and we're out there, we're walking through their neighborhood. You could see gang tagging over there too, but you get to the mall, and that mall is basically everybody goes there, but you're gonna catch Sureños and a lot of the younger Skyline Paru fools. And like I said, I never heard of them fools. This is the first time I ever came in contact with anything like that. So we go to the mall. We're trying to mac up females. We're over there. The mall's cool, bro. It's a huge mall. Outdoor mall. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a roof on the main mall, and there's an arcade in there. So we're in there, and I'm talking to my relatives, and we all got that East Side Denver talk. Yeah, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Get the burner, bust on that fool. And I'm talking to my cousins, and there's these fools off in the distance. They're just looking at us, and this is the first time I've seen some fools in green rags, like yellowish green rags, and they're just kind of looking at us. And at this time, like I said, I'm dumb in the mind. I let it start going in my head, and I don't even remember that conversation I had with the OG Sureño fool. I just automatically start looking at them fools, and it pisses me off. So, you know what I'm saying? I start banging on the video game, and I'm acting like shooting, and I have a shirt, and it says Paper Route Click. Paper Route Click with big old double C's and a 27, and it's all navy blue with the navy blue dickies. And they're looking at me, and I look at them fools, and I'm like, cuz, what the hell you looking at? So as soon as I said that, he's like, this is Skyline Paru. Where you fools from? And I said, homie, I don't care about none of that. This is Denver East Side, homie. What you want to do, cuz? So anyways, there's security in there. These fools are all wild up. My cousins walk up. So we're about to fight in the arcade. The security comes deep. They escort them little fools out. I don't want to stay with the security. I said, so let's sneak out these doors. So we snuck out the doors. Well, when you go out of that arcade, there's these exit doors. We go out, and there was these 2x4s by the trash can. We all got a 2x4, and we thought them fools had seen us go out these doors. And I said, we stay by the doors, and I said, as soon as these fools come to the door, just start swinging with these 2x4s, and don't stop swinging. Forget these fools. I was already amped up. They never came out. Off in the distance of the mall, I seen these dudes over there, and I said, there they are. Well, they started getting deep in that mall. Their homies started coming over there. I said, there was only me and my cousins and my little sis and my brother. And I said, hey, I said, we're going to have to creep out this way. Now I'm thinking like, we don't know nobody out here. And we have to go through this whole neighborhood, bro. So we start bailing back to my grandma's house. And there's no way to get around it. You got to go through this little neighborhood and through these alleys. So we dip all through with these 2x4s. And I'm thinking to myself, now, bro, if they would have caught us, them fools probably would have packed us out. Cause they didn't even know how to react to me banging on them, bro. I'm Wedo, Spanish, and I'm banging Kiwi on them fools, something crazy, bro. So we got back to the grandma's house, bro, and it was just wild. But Chula, Vista, Diego, man, we got into it with the little skylines, the little youngsters out there, bro. Wild story, homie. You know what it is, Mall High Salute.